what assumptions do you make? In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. And it's so easy to go back to what we know in our upbringing of stereotyping personalities and races and genders to be and act and behave a certain way and projecting that onto others and expecting that to relive itself. And so, what if you are able to correct those assumptions by using curiosity to question and to break that cycle of projection, to be open-minded instead? Imagine if we can bring this into our relationships, especially with the people that we know and trust the most, and how we can experience them differently. For example, when I was in Tokyo, I had all the assumptions that it wasn't a spiritual place to be in. And it is true to some extent. However, I was really amazed and moved that I was able to come across Japanese people who are very spiritual in their own way, where they're so open-hearted and really expressing themselves with so much joy and authenticity, which really blew me away. And it really surprised me that they wanted to engage with me. And the level of engagement was so deeply enjoyable and profound that it has evoked excitement when I'm coming back again. And so I allow myself to just be open-minded and to interact with them and ask them questions and engage with them. And as I do that, I am giving myself permission to live in the present moment without getting caught up in my assumptions of how Japanese people should be. And that has opened up my mind and allowed me to see, wow, there are spiritual people in Japan, just like any other country, because we are all human beings. We are all one. What I see in that person is also what I see in me too. And so what if I keep focusing on using my curiosity to be open-minded instead of shutting down my mind and being judgmental and stereotyping people and making all sorts of stories and beliefs that aren't really true about a person until I question it. I also had an assumption about my beautiful partner and beloved and forever lover, Rob, that he would never meet my expectation of being a masculine being, especially in business. And I feared that I would overpower him and that I won't be able to have a flowing relationship of the masculine and feminine between us and within us. And that was an assumption that I made. And ever since we've been working together in growing his business, because now it's his time to shine his light in divine prosperity, that I have been amazed and moved to his dedication and commitment in showing up for himself and for the work that he does for men, to help men to find their joy by reconnecting to their heart space and not their head space. And in the beginning, it was really challenging to work with him in growing his business and establishing the foundations in place to do that. And as time goes by, I noticed procrastination occurred with him, not taking action, distracted with other projects. And I had to have a serious conversation with him about it. That actually upsetted me because I was able to see the assumptions that I made about him, that he is this and that and all sorts of things. And that brought me down by choosing to see the assumptions and where those assumptions were going to lead. And since that conversation, that serious conversation I had with him, it really allowed him to see himself with where he's at and to dive deeper. In order for him to process the blockages that was holding him back, so he can move forward into the right direction from a place of clarity, not chaos. And so when I was able to see, how can I best support my beloved in this? He needs clarity, just like anyone else. Just like when I started out in my business and growing and expanding it, I didn't have the clarity. I didn't have the right mentors. I was wasting my money on the wrong people because I was simply just following my head and not my heart, and not listening to my instincts and intuition to make the right choices in moving forward. And so when I put myself in his shoes, that fear of the unknown, being in two worlds, of the corporate world and the spiritual world, and how do I let go of living that double life and bring myself into alignment for that to manifest into the physical reality. And I realized, what if I let go of my assumptions of him that he struggles to be in his masculine? What if I let go of that story and be open-minded and curious? What if I can show him the way to step into his healthy masculine and be this powerful, incredible leader to help men rise in their leadership from their heart space and not their head space? And so when I'm able to see that vision for him by breaking and letting go of my assumptions of his conditioning and his personality of this little boy, it has helped me to step up and be open-minded and curious. How can I best support him? How can I show him the light through clarity, from the lens of clarity and not confusion and chaos? How can I show him certainty through clarity and not conflict in the uncertainty of the unknown? So with this in mind, I was able to see him in a different light, and I can see him taking action in the right direction, and he does it in his own timing. And I've noticed the timing has improved so much more than it has before. And I've noticed there's a higher level of accountability that is showing up within himself. So Rob, if you're watching this, I am so proud of you and I love you so much. So thank you for helping me to show me, to break away an assumption that I had about you. So may this video serve you, my love. If you got something out of this, subscribe to my YouTube video, give it a like, comment below what you learnt about yourself from this, and share it with your loved ones who are in need of this. Assumptions really are projections of old stories that we've learnt and been conditioned with from our upbringing. That starts from the media, society, friends and peers, authorities, teachers, our parents, our grandparents, our relatives, our siblings, the family dynamic, and the cultural burdens from our ancestors. What if you could just be open-minded instead? If you are ready to step into your alignment with your light and your truth of who you really are, I invite you to come and join me for my full moon inner child healing circle, which focuses on healing the fragments of the old versions of you, bringing it back into alignment through unconditional love, as I take you onto a galactic journey of light language and sound therapy. You can click on the link below to book your ticket to join me live via Zoom. I am also running my connection circle for conscious men and women in Tokyo, Japan. If you are ready to heal the wounded masculine and feminine, explore creative play and communication so you can embody more of the true essence of the healthy masculine and feminine. I am also running my Transforming Trauma and Conscious Relationship 2-day workshops in the locations of Sydney, Adelaide, London, and Tokyo. If you are up for this deep, profound immersion, click on the link below to learn more and to read the finer details of what's involved in your transformation. You can also book a free clarity call to see if this is the right fit for you and address any concerns that you have, or if you require a payment plan to work with your current situation, which is a great pleasure for me to honor. So there you have it, my love. May you discover what assumptions you make about your loved ones and humanity, and how can you use curiosity to be open-minded so you can meet that person where they're at and fully show up for that person from a place of curiosity, not judgment. May this serve you.